Susie and Bill with you to talk about the 2017 American Silver Eagle Mint State 70 at $99. Bill, this is such a phenomenal value. It is an absolutely gorgeous coin. We're going to talk about the grading, gift ideas. I want to talk first about just how gorgeous this coin is and what's on it, what makes it so special.
This is now the iconic design of this time frame.
Sure.
Okay. You look back at the old Morgan silver dollar from the Old West from the 1800s. That was the coin that most people think of when they think of collecting coins, the old Morgan silver dollar. Well, that is the coin. This is the Morgan silver dollar of today, the American Silver Eagle.
On the front of it is, it's stunning. And we've seen it here, and we're going to talk about the label that it's in, the case that it's in as well. But the front of it has a lot of history to it.
This is one of the most beautiful designs our government has ever produced, or our mint has ever produced. This is Lady Liberty as designed by A.A. Wyman, and it was originally used in 1916 on the Walking Liberty half. Now, this design has throughout history, many people have said this is the best design we ever thought of. So when they came out with the new Silver Eagle, they wanted a great design. What's going to grab people's attention? And this is the design they chose to go with.
Absolutely. And you'll notice, so here on the front, you see the eagle that we have here. There's actually a hologram. It's called an action view label. And while it looks like a hologram, it's really moving pictures that they've put together to make it seem so real. But look at our little eagle. Really neat. So when you get this $99, the number's at the bottom of your screen. You'll either get one that has the eagle on it, or let's switch over and look to the other one here, Lady Liberty, and watch what happens behind her. Fireworks are going off. So, it's a really neat way to display this on the front side with the Action View label. And then let's talk about the back side of this coin, Bill, because it's just as beautiful when you turn it over.
It is. This is the American Eagle. This is what we think of when we think of the United States of America. You've got E Pluribus Unum carefully scrolled into the back of the coin, which is from many one. And then, of course, on the front, you have In God We Trust.
Right.
You have the 13 stars on the back between the eagle's wings, which represent the original 13 colonies. This is clearly one of the most impressive coins we've ever produced.
Absolutely. The 2017 American Silver Eagle Mint State 70, only $99. That number is on the bottom of your screen. Let's talk about the last part of what I just said, Mint State 70. That is so important with this coin because 70 is the best you can get.
That is the most important part of this coin. To find a Mint State 70 is virtually impossible.
And why is that?
Because of the process of how they make them. These coins are struck from two dies, top and bottom, and then they're pushed out by an ejector that shoots them down a hopper. Okay, then they land on a bunch of other ones that have come out of the dies. Then they get sorted together and put into tubes, 20 coins stacked one on top of the other. Those tubes get into a large green monster box and strapped up and shipped across the country.
Sounds like beer making. It doesn't sound like it's very careful, right? So to get a 70 out of there is crazy.
They're not thinking about how do we keep these coins perfect. They're just trying to get them minted and shipped out because there's so much demand for these coins.
Absolutely.
So to find one that went through this whole process that we just described without coming away without any marks or scratches or damage, it's mind-boggling.
Who makes that decision on a 70?
These coins are graded by PCGS, which is one of the leading grading services in the industry. Now, you have to realize that I've done this. I've done grading for the grading services. They sit there and they go through hundreds of thousands of coins over months and months and months.
Yeah, the 2017 American Silver Eagle Mint State 70 for $99. You can purchase it with that number at the bottom of the screen right now. Let's talk just a little bit more about that grading scale, because for people that don't understand, it's between 1 and 70, and there's a wide range in there.
Yeah, it constitutes every type of coin you could imagine. It starts with a 1, which is a coin that you barely can make out.
Right.
Okay. And then you go up to 58, which would be the nicest coin with just the tiniest little bit of use. It may just have a little bit of wear or use at the high points of the coin.
And those are coins that have been in circulation. People have had them in purses and pockets and things like that,
Either a
right?
lot or a little, correct.
Okay.
And then starting with Mint State 60, you're talking about a coin that has no missing metal. It's never been used in such a way as to wear away the metal, but it'll have accumulated marks and scratches from being in your pocket, from hitting other coins. So now you go all the way up to what we have here, the
70.
pinnacle of numismatics, a Mint State 70, a perfect coin.
That's amazing. So rare, $99, such a great value for this 2017 American Silver Eagle Mint State 70. And speaking of value, I mean, if we were just to take the, the silver content, if you were to take this coin and ship it in to get it graded for yourself, you're going to spend more than $99, and it's a lot more painful.
You very likely will. If you think about the fact, first you just take the actual cost of the coin itself. Now, silver has fluctuated over the last 7 years between $15 and nearly $50, okay? So you have the cost of the coin, then you have the grading fee. Well, PCGS is going to charge you somewhere around $30 to $35
they don't do it for free.
to get them graded, and of course, you have to ship them.
Yeah.
You have to pay the postage, you have to wrap them up, and you'll most likely want to insure it both ways.
Absolutely.
So now you consider all those things, you've got an enormous investment. Keep in mind that when you do this, you're sending it out, you have a regular coin that you've gotten your hands on, you have virtually no chance of getting a Mint State 70.
But you could get it here with
Yes.
these coins. Yeah. And again, more on this Action View label and what they do. I mean, it's what I love about this, and I'd like to talk about the gift, the 2017. You can use it for so many different purposes to give to somebody. If you have a young one that you think might be interested in coins, this Action View label with the hologram is so cool, because who doesn't like this? I mean, I love it. It's so fun. And then you start the process. It gets them interested in it. And then this label, how they seal it, is very important as well.
The PCGS has gone to a lot of effort and time and money to create a holder, a packaging that is sonically sealed that protects this coin for generations. It's in a hard plastic holder. It can't be damaged. And it's just a wonderful way to pass this coin along to future generations.
That's amazing.
As you mentioned, there's so many great gift
There's
ideas.
endless possibilities. Do you have somebody that's having a baby this year, somebody that is graduating, a birthday, an anniversary? So many ways to commemorate 2017. It's a great year, right?
Exactly.
$99, the American Silver Eagle Mint State 70, the 2017 version. You can get it on the bottom of your screen with that phone number right there. You will get one of the two. You'll either get one that has the American Eagle on it or one that has Lady Liberty with the fireworks. Just an absolutely beautiful way to commemorate this year at a really, really good value. Thanks, Bill.
Thank you, Susie.
Hey, it's Bill and Susie talking about the 2016 Gold Mercury Dime. Bill, this is a very, very special dime. Lots of things going on with it as far as its roots, how many years in between the last one. Tell us a little bit about why this is so special.
This is probably one of the best coins that the Mint has come up with in quite a while. It's first of all, the coin was minted as an anniversary coin or a commemorative coin to commemorate the original coins from 1916 that have often been thought of as some of the most beautiful coins we've ever produced.
Wow. And it's part of a series.
It is. It's part of a 3-coin series. Originally in 1916, all coming out in the same year, you had the Silver Mercury Dime, you had the Silver Standing Liberty Quarter, and the Walking Liberty Half Dollar. Today, those same 3 coins have been essentially reproduced. They're recut with new dies, but the same exact design, and they've been produced to commemorate those incredible coins from 1916. The only difference is this
And
time
it's a big difference.
it's a huge difference. This time they're made in gold.
Yeah, and perfect, right? We want to talk about what 70 means. Tell us what 70 means.
Well, these coins that we're offering here are the finest of the finest. This coin is a Specimen 70. It's been graded Specimen 70 by PCGS, the Professional Coin Grading Service out of California. They have painstakingly examined each and every one of these coins and determined that there are no flaws or problems on this coin that would keep it out of Specimen 70.
Wow, and you can see it right here. If you look at there, it says Specimen 70 right there, SP70. This also has the letter W associated with it. Tell us what that means, and is there any special thing to being minted out of where the W comes from?
That's one of the things that makes this coin even more special. It's minted at a somewhat little-known mint, the West Point Mint in West Point, New York. Most people know about, of course, the mints you're keenly aware of, Philadelphia,
Denver,
San Francisco,
Yeah.
exactly. But the West Point Mint is obviously a smaller mint that it's almost unspoken about by the
Right.
U.S. Treasury Department. I
Yeah.
mean, people know it exists, but only the people that are really, really serious collectors know about the West Point Mint.
Yeah. So it's a 2016 W and a phenomenal price too.
This To be able to offer this coin at $299.95 in perfect condition
Mhm.
is almost unheard of. I've seen these offered elsewhere for $400,
Wow.
$375 maybe. All
Wow.
125,000 coins were sold out. This coin at this price is virtually unheard of.
Yeah, you can take advantage of it. The numbers at the bottom of your screen, $299.95. You can also do payments, 4 payments of $74.95. But if you do the full $299.95, you're going to get the free priority processing, which is a nice bonus added in there.
Yeah, yeah. Everybody likes to have the coin as quickly as they can get it in their hands.
And more on this coin, Bill, as far as just people wanted their hands on it so fast when it came out. And then there aren't very many of them if you want to compare to what are normally made as far as quarters, things like that.
This was an exceptionally limited issue. Now, they produced 125,000 of them.
Okay.
Some people might say, oh, well, 125,000,
Sounds like a
that's a
lot.
lot of coins. Compared to what the U.S. Mint usually produces, this is a pittance.
Really?
They usually produce numbers in the millions, okay? 125,000 is nothing. Not only that, but when they were produced, they went away immediately. They went off
Like
the market.
minutes, we're talking, right?
Exactly. All
Wow.
125,000 coins were sold out. Now, to be accurate, I'm going to say in less than 30 minutes, but I believe that it may even have been less than 15 minutes.
It's like a cool concert, right?
Yeah,
All right.
exactly.
$299.95. If you do the full price, you'll get the free priority processing. There's also 4 payments of $74.95. The numbers on the bottom of your screen. Bill, let's talk a little more about what is on this coin and the Roman god involved with Mercury. That's not a metal. That's actually who's on the coin.
Exactly. This is the Roman god Mercury, who is the patron god of commerce, finance, prosperity.
Eloquence.
Eloquence.
You missed eloquence.
I
Yeah.
did.
Big word. No,
That's
just kidding.
what I need your help for.
Yeah, exactly. But how appropriate. And just, I mean, gosh, the detail on here is so amazingly beautiful.
They took the original design and they honed it even further. The
Mhm.
details are sharper. Everything is crisper. And not only that, but this is made out of as perfect as gold can be. It's 0.9999. Meaning less than 1/10,000th of 1% of it is not gold.
Wow. So it's almost pure gold. And you see on the front there, you have Mercury right there. And then on the back, talk about the back a little bit too. I mean, there's a lot of detail that goes into this.
There is E pluribus unum on the back. And again, they have made the design bolder. They have refreshed it, and all the same things that you'll find on the 1916 silver Mercury dime are there. But this time it's brighter, it's shinier, and it's yellower.
And yellower. Okay, again, the numbers on the bottom of your screen, $299.95. You can get it ASAP if you do that. You can also do 4 payments for $74.95. The beautiful 2016 gold Mercury dime. And as you mentioned, this is part of a series that people could add to a series at some point if they wanted to. And at this
Exactly.
price, I mean, they just can't beat it.
And the fact that it's been graded by PCGS, very few of the coins, a lot of them are still in the original packaging that the mint shipped them out in. The problem with that is people get them home and they take them out and they want to handle them. Well, they don't realize that as soon as they do that, they're most likely creating some level of damage to the coin. They will not likely be specimen 70s.
Okay. So, and when these are packaged, they're sealed, and I mean, what goes into making this so perfect?
This is a sonically sealed holder that will protect this coin from virtually anything short of maybe fire that I can think
Wow.
of. It will protect this coin for generations to come. And also the fact that it's been graded by PCGS means that people can figure out what they have more easily instead of going to, some coin shop or something and trying to find out what you have. All the information you need is right here on this label.
And so when people get this in the mail, it comes just like this. It has everything on the label right there.
Exactly the way you
Oh,
see it
wow.
here.
That's great. All right. So again, $299.95. You will, if you do that full payment, you avoid or you get free priority processing, and you can also do the payments of 4 installments of $74.95. This sold out in less than 30 minutes. We think even maybe less than that when they had this come out, and this came out in 2016.
Correct.
Right?
And we do have a limited number in this condition.
Okay.
It's not, it's only a small percentage of them that will be able to meet this criteria.
The 70. And that's the key here, is that it's a perfect coin.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70. 1 being a coin that you basically can't even tell what it is anymore.
Right. It's the one that you put on the railroad tracks. You're not supposed to put on the railroad tracks.
Exactly. All the way up to, if you could reach into the die and take it out the moment it was made, that would be basically the only way that you could get a 70.
Yeah, and nobody reaches in and touches it, or else it would not make it a 70. So, I mean, there's so much that goes into it to make it perfect. Again, that number's at the bottom of your screen, $299.95, or 4 payments of $74.95 for the 2016 Gold Mercury Dime. Thanks, Bill.
Thank you, Susie.
Bill and Susie back with you to talk about the Centennial set, 1886 and 1986, a couple of special years with very, very special dollars that came out. And these sets are just absolutely gorgeous, Bill. Tell us a little bit about the sets.
This is a really historically important set. First of all, you have the original coin of the Old West,
Right.
the Morgan silver dollar, which was designed by the chief engraver of the Mint at that time, George Morgan. And then you have one of the greatest coins the U.S. Mint has thought of in recent history, the U.S. Silver Eagle.
Mm-hmm.
And the obverse design of the U.S. Silver Eagle is from the 1916 Walking Liberty Half, which is considered one of our most beautiful designs ever.
So many things are tied into both of these coins. They're absolutely stunning. Obviously, the silver factor is there, and it's a little different with each coin because of when they were made.
Exactly. Back in the Old West, they didn't have the refining techniques and capabilities that we have today. So the old Morgan silver dollars are produced out of 90% silver and 10% copper.
Okay.
Today, the modern Silver Eagle is 0.999 fine silver. It's basically pure silver.
Wow, beautiful. You'll see the number on the bottom of the screen. You can get the set, which is 2 of the coins, 1 from each of the years, for $299.95. And if you want it right now, you get the free priority processing with that price. You can also do 3 payments of $99.95. Now, I want to talk about the Action View labels that these are in. These are in these really cool cases. So you'll see up here with this one, it's got the eagle and it's got a hologram on it. So see, look, Bill, he's looking at you. Now he's looking at me. Now he's looking at you, looking at me. So really kind of a neat way to not only display the coin, but also maybe get kids involved. I mean, this is going to draw them into a hobby. Who knows that they might be into it. I want to show you also the eagle, and then there's one also that's Lady Liberty, and look at this. Whoa, wow, there's fireworks in there. So really neat. When you order the set, you will get 1 from each year that either has Lady Liberty with the fireworks or the one we saw up above with the eagle. Just a really neat way to display these with the Action View labels.
Exactly. And these Action View labels, this is the only place on television that you can get that label.
Okay. The set is, again, $299.95 or 3 payments of $99.95. The number is right there on the bottom of the screen. Let's chat a little bit more about the history of these, what's on them. We've got the 13 stars. There's so much memorabilia and cool history with each of these coins.
Exactly. Each one is a depiction in its own time frame of Lady Liberty, the woman who it represents our country.
Yeah.
You have "In God We Trust" boldly engraved in both coins. Of course, the Silver Eagle, between the eagle's wings on the reverse, we have 13 stars representing the original 13 colonies. And each of these coins is housed in a PCGS holder. Each coin has been carefully graded and is stored in these sonically sealed long-term preservation holders, which do so much for you in terms of value, in terms of storage, in terms of preservation. They're also very, very high condition.
Which is incredible for the 1886 ones because people carried them around in their pockets and everywhere else.
Exactly.
Right?
They were loaded in canvas bags and they traveled all over the country on buckboards and trains.
Cool.
You name it, but they weren't carefully taken care of.
Right. But these, I mean, you'd never guess it because they're absolutely just stunning.
The silver dollar is graded, the Morgan silver dollar is graded mint state 64. If you consider that coins are graded on a scale from 1 through 70,
Mm-hmm.
a 64 of a 130-year-old coin is an impressive coin.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, and the silver content, we talked about that, the 90%, the 99%. What else with these coins? I mean, the silver dollar is one of those that I think anybody who gets into coins, that's the first place they start, right?
The Morgan silver dollar is the #1 most collectible, most popular coin the U.S. Mint has ever produced. And interestingly, the Silver Eagle is the most popular modern silver coin that the U.S. Mint has ever produced. So these two coins just go hand in hand. Forget the fact that you have this great 100-year anniversary
Right.
set here.
And they will go hand in hand for $299.95. You can do that, the one-time price of that, and you will get the free priority processing, or you can do 3 payments of $99.95. We have that number right there at the bottom of your screen. And again, you will get one of the coins from 1886, another one from 1986, and you'll have the hologram, the Action View holder with it, either with both will have the eagle or we'll have Lady Liberty with the fireworks. Just a really, really special set, right, Bill?
I agree. Thank you so much for helping me do this.
Absolutely. Susie and Bill with you to talk about the 2017 P. Lincoln Penny Gem Uncirculated, a really good price of $19.95. The number's on the bottom of your screen. Bill, this is such a special penny in so many ways, and I think that people would just probably look at it and think, oh, this is no different than any other penny, but it really is special, and the P makes a big difference.
This could turn out to be, and very likely will turn out to be, a unique coin.
Mm-hmm.
The truth is the P has never been put on a penny before.
Okay, and explain the P. Why is there a P?
Well, Philadelphia Mint was the original mint.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, when they produced coins, they didn't think about any future mints. They just produced
We're going to be the only mint forever.
We're the mint. Eventually, as the country grew and we created more mints, the San Francisco Mint, the Carson City Mint, Denver, Dahlonega, Georgia, so many others, we went ahead and put a mint mark on the coins to designate where those coins came from. But again, the Philadelphia Mint was the original mint, which is the reason that they put the P Mint on this coin.
Right.
This is the 225th anniversary of the mint.
Yeah, it's a great year commemorating that 225th anniversary. Let's talk about the coin itself. Again, 1995, the number's on the bottom of your screen. So beautiful casing, which we will talk a little bit more about. And it's very iconic as far as the Lincoln head on there. And then in 2010 was when they started putting the 1 cent on the back.
Exactly. We're Abraham Lincoln, our 16th president, very arguably one of the most important men to ever hold that office. He was born in 1809, and so the original Lincoln penny was created in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of his birth. Now, for most people who collect coins out there, pennies are usually the first thing they get started with.
Right.
You may remember the little blue books with pennies in them.
Oh, yeah.
That's how most people get started, filling up that little blue book with pennies. That's why there's so many people that collect and want to put together a complete set of Lincoln pennies.
Yeah, and this is such a special penny, as we mentioned, because it has that P on there. The penny has been it's either made at the Philly Mint or at the Denver Mint, but like you said, it has never had the P on there until this year, and more importantly, they will not continue to put the P on there after this year. This is really to commemorate their 225th anniversary. So let's talk about this case. These are gem uncirculated, right?
Correct.
Yeah, and what does that mean?
Gem uncirculated is the way they come out of the mint.
Okay.
In terms of these coins have never been circulated, they've never been worn. These are at the higher end of the scale. We've talked about the scale from 1 to 70, the coins that are worn from 1 to 58 and 60 to 70 uncirculated coins. Well, these are at the highest end of the range of uncirculated conditions.
That's great. And so again, as we look at this, and I want to talk about this hologram, which is so cool. It's called Action View Label. And so if you look at the eagle here, his head moves. And it's a series of videos that they have used to make these holograms. And so the eagle is on here. You have the reverse of the penny there on the front, and then of course the Lincoln head there. Just an absolute beautiful coin. You know, it costs more to make the penny than what the penny is worth, which makes you wonder, how long is the penny going to stay around, which is another great reason to get it.
The obvious question is, how much longer are we going to produce pennies? Canada stopped producing them in 2012 for that very same reason. It costs too much to make. They've done numerous things they could do to reduce costs. They now have very little copper in them, where they were, generally almost pure copper, not quite pure copper in the past. And now they're down. They still cost them at 1.8 cents a piece to produce a penny to give to you.
That's amazing. Again, it's the 2017 P Lincoln Penny Gem Uncirculated for $19.95. Call that number on the bottom of your screen. You will get it in the label, in the Action View label with the hologram on there. And this label is so very important too because of how they seal this coin up.
This coin is sealed at PCGS, one of the leading grading services in the industry. They've spent a lot of time and effort and money to produce this holder, which is sonically sealed and protects this coin in terms of the color, in terms of the marks, in terms of everything, to keep it in this gem uncirculated condition for decades and ages to come.
I love the sonic seal. That just sounds so very important, which it is, because you don't want it getting touched by any of the elements out there. Yeah, and this makes a really great gift too for $19.95. You can't go wrong, especially as you mentioned, if somebody is starting a collection, maybe you want to give this as an idea to a youngster to get that blue book, give this penny with the blue book, and then they can get things started too. Any kind of commemoration for 2017, a birthday, anniversary, whatever it is.
How often can you give somebody a present that this is probably the only one that's ever going to be made like this?
And let's talk about what's on the front and on the back of these, Bill.
This, obviously Abe Lincoln on the front. In God We Trust. This is what everybody thinks of. The reverse with 1 cent, E pluribus unum, from many one. This is what we expect to be on our coins.
Because we're supposed to call it the 1 cent piece.
Exactly.
But that's kind of hard to say. We're just going to call it the penny.
We call it
the 2017 P Lincoln Penny Gem Uncirculator for $19.95.
The truth is that if you were to send these coins off to PCGS to get graded, it would cost you more than $19.95 just to get it graded. Forget the cost of the coin. You've got the grading fees. You've got the shipping. You've got insurance. It's going to cost you. It's not any question. It's going to cost you more than $19.95 to get the coin.
And you will not get it in the Action View label like you see here. So the 2017 P Lincoln Penny Gem Uncirculated, $19.95. Such a great value.
And you just pointed out a really important thing. This is the only place you can get this label on television.
Again, just a beautiful way to commemorate 2017. You'll have a piece of history, especially with that P on there. That is so important, I think, to show that comes from that Philly Mint, because they've never done it before. After 2017, they won't do it again.
An incredible collectible, an incredible gift.
Absolutely, yeah. Birthdays, graduations, anniversaries, anything that happens in 2017, even if you don't have a reason, for $19.95, you can't go wrong. That number again on the bottom of your screen for the 2017 P Lincoln Penny Gem Uncirculated. Bill, thanks so much.
Thank you, Susie.